this is basically a conference organised on a regular basis, and it's been based in Davos, but they have had it in other areas as well, particularly when you had issues over the pandemic. But basically, you get together political leaders, and if they happen to be free at the time, but they all love to be free because they love to be seen there, and you get large corporates turning up as well, and they turn up because they want to be seen with the politicians, and of course the politicians want to see if they can get some non-executive directorships, possibly when they find themselves being thrown out at the next election. So there's an awful lot of trading going on here in terms of business cards and things like that, and who could be nice to each other. Are there any major political decisions ever made? No. This is all about sort of just influencing and getting people together to try and discuss things. It doesn't have any formal process to it.
So why should we care about it?
We shouldn't really.
It
It really is just one of those things where it is incredibly expensive. Davos is hardly a cheap place to go in the first place, right up the mountains. OK, it's good and secure from that point of view, but you'll get all the leading business people, the accountancy firms, the banks and things like that. You get the leading political figures, and it's good for them to be able to talk over some key issues over, what have we got, pandemic, got a war, you've got the global economy slowing down, to try and reach some agreements as to what we're all doing. That's not bad, that's OK. But don't expect any key decisions to be made. It's not like sitting down and saying, right, we're going to come out with a new Chinese-American deal as to how we're going to grow the economy, which would actually be a downside more useful. So be wary over this. So you're going to get an awful lot of nice publicity pictures of people having handshakes and this, that and the other. But actually what it is companies trying to do back deals in terms of actually getting influence with politicians and those sort of things, all those bits you really don't want to know about too much. And politicians trying to secure their futures, trying to get further jobs for themselves.
It's a schmooze fest.
It's a schmooze fest. That's why I never get invited.
Well, Justin, it's very interesting this morning because CNBC is reporting that only one G7 leader is going to be attending Davos this year. That's Olaf Scholz of Germany. And it's thought, at least this report suggests, that it's because it is such a bad look at the moment in a cost of living crisis, as you say, Ukraine war, inflation, energy crisis, for global leaders to be rubbing shoulders, really, with the financial elite. What do you make of that?
Well, dear Mr. Schulz, yes, he's leader of Germany, but most of the world hasn't heard of him, let alone recognise him. So he probably wants to be there, so people actually say, oh, it's you. But you're quite right. I mean, you really do have. I mean, Davos is an incredibly expensive place, and it is, if you go there, and it is absolutely beautiful. But, you put that against pictures of what you've just seen in Solidar and things like that, that is not a good picture to be seen. And there are, frankly, more responsible things for us to be doing to try and actually make sure the world economy and the world's population are in a better shape than they were last year.